Hey guys, it's me, Waste and Johnny Ty with the Kuma Survival School here in Chicago. Today we're going to take a couple of minutes to go ahead and review the Tops Knives Xcest Delta-D folder. Tops Knives is known for making hardcore knives, mainly fixed blades, from small neck knives to pretty large camp and survival knives, and some tomahawks. And they are not known really for their fixed knives. For their folders, okay? So, but this is one of them that I saw at a SHOT Show and Blade Show when they were prototyping it, and it really caught my eye. It is a chunk. This is the, sorry, there's a plane overhead here. See if we can get that to focus. The Xcest Delta. It is a 1095 high carbon steel, like most of their knives, and you can see this is a thick knife. Okay, it's got a lot of steel on this blade, and it's got a really neat blue linen micarta for scales, and it's got these fire drill divots on both sides. It does have a reversible clip and a liner lock, and you can see that liner lock is right about just to the left, the center of the blade. And today what we're going to do is see if we can make that lock fail, okay? Because a lot of people say, yeah, well, you know, in the woods you don't want a folder because it's gonna close on your hand, and it's true, a lot of them do. A lot of them have some pretty sucky locks out there, but Tops is known for making stuff that doesn't break, and we're gonna see if we can break this one. So I'm gonna do a little bit more than hit it with a baton. I'm gonna hit it with a hammer. Alright, so or I'm gonna baton it with a hammer, and I don't think anything more, you know, will be or anything else would be more abusive than that on the lock. Okay, so just so you know, before we do that, it does come with a ballistic grade sheath. You can attach it to a pack or a belt or your pack, and it does come with a quick release snap. This is a really good sheath. You know, some people complain about sheaths that come with different brands of knives, and Tops did not hold back on this one. This is a hardcore sheath, and I think I might even use it for my phone. It's really, really nice. It's a pretty deep pocket in there. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Okay, I don't have my tripod with me, but I just want to show you that this knife is pretty sharp out of the box. Okay, so for shaving, it's pretty good. All right, so it's pretty good here. I mean, it's pretty sharp. I would say that's not bad at all. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take this stick. It's about a 1/2 inch. It's still green. It's about a 1/2 inch thick, and we are going to see if we can, you know, how well this chops. Not bad. It's a little bit thicker here. Not bad. Not bad. So for a little folder, you could use it for some light chopping. All right, so let's try some batoning with it. Okay, now what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to take this before anything, and I'm just going to put it in the bottom of this log and hammer it. It hasn't moved. Let's try it. Let's check it out. Still very fluid in its opening. Still locking very well. Still functioning very well. Got a little bit of movement in there, but I am beating on it with a hammer. So actually, I think I loosened the thing up. All right, so let's go ahead and chop some wood with it. So here is a stick just under, probably about an inch. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, this isn't something you'd normally do, but I just want to show you the strength of this lock. So this is probably going to take me a while, but I am going to, I don't know, see if I can cut through this log right here using this knife. And hammer. Okay. Now obviously this isn't made for this, so this is going to take a while. Still working on it, as you can see all the way around. I've been working at this tree. The lock is still functional. It's still solid. Still lining up at the original spot. So the finish, the black powder coating on this knife hasn't really been destroyed. The blade is still pretty good, still pretty sharp. I haven't found any dulling on it yet. Of course, with the linen micarta, it's a great grip, and it feels very, very solid. You know, I still feel comfortable stabbing with this knife. I'm not worrying about that liner lock closing at my hand. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm just going to work on this. And again, this isn't something you normally would do, but this is probably a, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 3.5 to 4 inch log. And on a fallen tree. So we're going to get through this, and I'll tell you exactly how I feel about the lock and security of this knife when we're done. You can see I am making pretty good progress. And again, show you that I'm not killing anything. This is a fallen tree. You can see the beating on the Xcest Delta folder by Tops, and I'm 3/4 way through this tree, and I'm going to go all the way through it, and again, the liner is still functioning just fine, and I am beating on it with a metal carpenter's hammer. Alright, I've pretty much gotten through the entire log with the knife. The lock is still pretty rock solid. The powder coating is still nice on it. You may or not be able to see, I pounded on away from the cross, you know, try to get all the way across the top with it. I beat on the front tip of it just to get all angles of the knife. The scales are still rock solid, tight on the knife. Just gonna finish through this log, and again, going through a I don't know, over a 4-inch log with a folder is most likely not what anyone's going to be doing. This is a nothing more than a test trying to beat this lock into submission. Okay guys, I made it through the tree. It's oak. Alright, so let's talk about how this knife performed. It did very well. The wood to blade ratio on that. So it did very well. Did what I wanted it to do, and overall I would say I was pleased with the performance of the knife. The liner still feels rock solid. It's still lining up the way it did out the box or out the sheath when I first got it. So again guys, this is Waste and Johnny Ty, and reviewing the Tops Xcest Delta knife. 1095 high carbon steel, blue linen micarta with a reversible pocket clip. Comes in a ballistic pouch, reversible clip for right or left carry, thumb studs on both sides of the blade, black powder coating, still has its factory edge on it, and after pounding on it for a little while with a steel carpenter's hammer, it is fully functional. For self-defense and combatives, it's got a good grip. For reverse grip, solid. The thumb can wrap on there. It's because it's so chunky, it's such a solid purchase on this knife. I really enjoy it. You can find this knife available at www.topsknives.com. Again, that's www.topsknives.com. Again, my name is Waste and Johnny Ty. You could find out more about me and the Kuma Survival School at www.cumasurvivalschool.com. That's cumasurvivalschool.com. Hope you enjoyed this presentation and this review. As always, stay safe, stay sharp, stay alive, and oh yeah, don't forget to like us on Facebook.